Hello. So I thought of an interesting topic to bring up today. I feel like I need to create a section of this channel, or maybe just turn this channel into a what if scenario, because I want to talk to you guys and get your opinions on things that I'm bringing up things nobody ever talks about, or at least nobody I run with. So let's talk today about these statements and these chants or whatever that people get you to say because they're ingrained into you, even if you don't necessarily agree. I'm not explaining this well. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so mainly what I'm talking about here is things that are brought up in mass, and you see them everywhere across. They run the gamut, right? They're in the music, they're in the movies, they're in the mainstream media. It's all over the fashion industry. I'm talking about things that we're starting to see a lot now, like the crazy occultic satanic symbolism with the goats and the fucking insane hand gestures that I can't even right now, with the fact that our president is throwing devil horns up, and like nothing makes sense. But today had me thinking. I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw Amber Rose tweeted out pizza slut, and that got me thinking, holy shit, pizza slut became like a thing that became a hashtag. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but everybody's always like, yeah, we love pizza, right? Like especially in America, we've bastardized Italian pizza. So we have our own version, and we love it. I get it. That makes sense. But this has gone a step further, and now with this Pizzagate stuff, which I did want to talk about, I think that's just false flags to direct attention. All of this stuff is to direct attention, and it's to get you to question things. It's to get you to not understand what reality is, to not be able to make sense of it with your own internal what do they fucking call that? Morals, like morality. If you can't morals, if you can't justify your actions that you're doing over a long period of time, you're slowly gonna just think that you have to question yourself, that your own judgment is just wrong. And I feel like that's what's being indoctrinated in, and I feel like it's everywhere. Okay, so with that pizza slut thing, what I was thinking is it's interesting how they've created this niche for pizza that's like sexual, and it's super weird. And now look up like all the pop stars that go around and they're just fucking over sexualizing pizza, like Miley Cyrus and Katy Perry, I think Nicki Minaj, like they've all done it, which is just, it's weird. I mean, it's on a different level. Like I think about Britney wouldn't be, oh, I'm a pizza slut, but maybe she would. I don't know. Maybe she did. I don't know. But no, it just had me thinking stuff. So like, with that being thrown in our face right now, like the Pizzagate scandal, and then everybody over sexualizing pizza, and then pizza now being related to pedophilia, I feel like it sinks in our brain all fucking weird, and it gets us talking about these topics, or gets us talking about the wrong parts of these topics, and it's very controlled. Like, I think that around the globe, I almost said around the globe, I do think that around the world, pedophilia is a major problem, and it might actually be the number one problem when you talk about worldwide problems. I mean, honestly, I'm sure it's up there with drugs and murder rates, but honestly, I cannot fathom having a conversation within a society about pedophilia that is circulating around the sexuality of it all. And that's where I feel like this conversation's being taken. I feel like it's not about, oh, well, look at that, my heater turned off. You probably all couldn't hear me. Another good example of one of these that often makes me like the villain when people are talking to is the whole support your troops. That stance. It's another one of these indoctrinated, you just speak it, you don't think about what it means. And when you think about what it means, it means you're just sitting idly by, allowing other men and women to go and kill or be killed for you. It is literally, when you break it down to the simplest of terms, it is human sacrifice, and we're standing by and participating, and that is how you sin. Like, if you are literally sitting by and saying, I support my troops, I do whatever I need to, you know what's going on in war. People are dying. It doesn't matter what color skin they have or what language they speak. It doesn't matter if it's over borders or oil or money. It's all fake. All of this tomfoolery, it's fake. So until we wake up, detach ourselves from all these Luciferian inverted ideas of why we're actually here, and decide, you know what, we're going to take back humanity. We're not going to elect or pretend to elect, because they're being selected, these elite class of people who continually, generation after generation, snuff out more and more rights for the common people, right? You know, as we suffer more and more, and we're going into a technological age, this is going to get far more crazy. I can only imagine the distance they're going to be able to put themselves between the elites and the poor is going to grow. So we just need to start helping each other out. And I think when we're being duped by, you know, everybody higher up from all around, like in the media, when they say support our troops, nobody ever challenges that. Nobody ever says, well, you know what if we withdrew our support from the troops because we don't know why we're in this war, so we don't support it. So we support bringing those men and women home so that they can spend time with their families. And I don't get why people don't see that, especially people who serve. Vets, I'm talking to you. Why don't you see this? And why isn't a louder noise being made about vets who come home and are treated like pieces of shit by the government that just pushed us all to support them in action? I don't understand that. These vets aren't getting medical attention, they aren't getting insurance, they aren't getting the checks that they were promised. They have to fight for that. I have many an acquaintance or a friend who were in the military of some sort. All divisions have had to struggle to get what they were promised, and that's weird to me. It's weird to me. They don't have housing, they don't have education. This stuff, you're fighting for a country that you're willing to die for, and they can't make sure your health insurance is covered. And why is everybody coming back with PTSD? Why aren't we talking about that? It's because it's murder. You're participating in this blood game. So until we just start having real conversations, we can't get anywhere. That's why I don't do things like participate in this, ooh, pizza slut, so fun. I mean, it's fucking obnoxious. I wish people would see a bigger picture here, because it's relating to something, and it's being controlled, and you're duped, you're falling for it, you're under hypnosis. And the same thing with the support your troops. And there's a million other things. And it doesn't just stop at what we say, it's also organizations and groups. When you find out that organizations like Occupy Wall Street or Black Lives Matter are owned by the richest, you know, billionaire on Forbes' list, it's like, why is George Soros funding these groups that seem to be for the people? It's obviously not. We need to look deeper. We need to understand what is going on. And until we do, take a seat, myself included, because we don't know what we're talking about, and we need to learn. We need to open our ears. We have two of them for a reason, people. Okay, for real, I just wanted to bring up the topic. Keep the conversation going down below. I am going to step outside and take a little hit, take a walk, take a break. Give me a Kit Kat. Okay, have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. Take care of yourself. Peace.